What is the last topic?
Sir, vector differentiation completed.
Vector differentiation completed. Okay, so any doubts from vector differentiation? Any doubts? At least 2%. Any doubts? త్వరగా త్వరగా, don't waste your time. డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి? Okay, great. Now today we will discuss vector integration. So in the so in the vector integration, స్క్రీన్ కనపడుతుందా అండి?
Yes, sir.
So vector integration. So in this one, the first one is we will discuss line integrals. Next one, surface integrals. Next one, volume integrals. After that, we will discuss three theorems. One is the Green's theorem. Next one, Gauss divergence theorem. Sorry, Stokes theorem. The last one is Gauss divergence theorem. Gauss divergence theorem. Okay, so this is the outline of the vector integration. So we'll discuss one by one. First one, line integrals, surface integrals, volume integrals. After that, we'll discuss the three theorems: Green's theorem and Stokes theorem and Gauss divergence. And these are all are the applications of. So based on these three theorems, we'll discuss the applications of vector integrations. We'll discuss after that applications. Okay, now come to today class. Now what is the definition of the line integral? Anybody, can you tell? Line integrals, definition of line integral. Definition of line integral. Just it is the only single integral. Okay, here I am writing single integral from A to B, f into some dr. So now this is a single integral. So this single integral is the line integral with the limits a to b. So a to b and f is the some function, and so here we are differentiating with respect to r. But here in this one, here f is it is the vector point function. So f1i plus f2j plus f3k be a vector point function. And r is, so here r indicates r indicates R indicates is the position vector. So position vector is R of t is equal to x of t I plus y of t j plus z of t k. So this one is the a position vector is a position vector of a point P. That is point is x, y, z. Okay, and here the C indicates. So C be here the curve, be a curve from A to B, from A to B, from A to B. So this single integral we call as line integral, and here the A and B are the limits, but here the limits means here a curve is curve C from A to B and F is here the vector point function and R is the position vector. So the line integral is line integral. So this is the line integral. So line integral. Okay. So line integral. And here so already we know that this one is the F is the vector point function and R is the position vector, but here the dr. So dr is equal dx I plus dy j plus dzk. After multiplying, so this whole integration will get the integral a to b. So the dot product of these two vectors. Now here the f is the vector point function and here the dr is the a vector. After multiplying we will get the f1 dx plus f2 dy plus f3 dz. Okay, now this is the line integral second form. Okay, so now come to the definition of the line integral. So the line integral is any integral, so any integral which is to be evaluated along the curve okay, curve here the C is the curve is called as a line integral. Okay, so here the mathematically line integral will write the integral a to b f dot dr. This is the line integral. Okay, now we will see today we'll see the 3 problems. After 3 problems we'll stop. Okay, now come to the first problem. The first question is, suppose screen okay na andi, font size increase cheyala. Okay.
Hello sir, YouTube change చేయండి sir.
యూట్యూబ్ లింక్ రాలేదు.
లింక్ రాలేదు సార్, యూట్యూబ్ లింక్ సెండ్ చేయండి.
ఇక్కడ చాట్ బాక్స్ లో ఒకసారి చూడు. సిఆర్ వచ్చిందా?
చాట్ బాక్స్ లో
ఒక్క నిమిషం. కృష్ణ రామ. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఒకసారి చెక్ చేయండి, వస్తుంది. ఓకే,
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
okay. So now the first question is, suppose if f is a vector point function. So f is the vector point function. So if f is a vector point function, so f is equal to here 3xy I minus y square into j. Then evaluate integral c f dot dr, where c is a curve given by y square is equal to 2x square, and from 0 to 1 comma 2. Now first of all draw the diagram. Now what is our given curve? The curve is, okay, assume this is the y axis and this is the assume x axis, and what is our function? Y is equal to 2x square. So we know that y is equal to 2x square is the parabola, and the scale is I am taking here 0 and 1 2 3 4 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 1 2 3 4. Now so substitute the values. Now what is our function? Y is equal to 2x square. That means assume x is equal to 0, we will get the y value 0. It is the first point. Next one, assume x is equal to 1, we will get the y value is 2. X is equal to 1, y value is 2. This is the point. And assume x is equal to minus 1, y also 2. So it is the x is equal to minus 1 2. So that means our curve is, this is the our curve. This is the our curve. But according to the question, now from, so we will evaluate. So x values, what are the x values here? X values, now the point 0 0 to 1 comma 2. So what is the 0 0 point? This is a 0 0 point. So in this, and we will solve the problem from 0 0 to 1 comma 2. So it is the 1 comma 2 point, and this is the 0 0 point. Okay, this is our curve. Okay, now so that is okay. Now come to the line integral. So according to the definition, what is the curve? The curve is it is given that y is equal to 2x square and r is the position vector. So r is the position vector. So now r is equal, according to the previous one, we have to assume xi plus yj, because it is related to only 2D. So we can adjust zj also, but no need, because here directly here there is no zeta. And dr is equal, what is the dr? So dr is equal to dxi plus dyj plus dzk. Now come to the line integral. So line integral f dot dr. That means whole integration of c, f is 3xyi minus y square j into that means dot dxi dyj plus dzk according to the vector dot product of these two vectors. We will get the 3xy dx minus y square dy. Okay, but here the biggest question is, what are the limits? And it is the line integral, means the total integration we have to convert into only single variable. Either you can convert into x variable or you can convert into y variable. Either you can convert into x variable or you can convert into y variable. But according to the given question, what is our curve? Our given curve is what is the given curve? The given curve is y is equal to 2x square. That means you can easily transform into only in the variable x, or you can transform into the only variable y. So from this problem, so we can easily convert into the y. That is very simple. Now integral 3x, already we have the y is equal to 2x square into dx and minus y square, but that means 2x square whole square and dy. So dy, that is very easy. So because already here there is a y, after differentiating we will get the dy is equal to 2 into 2x into dx. That means in place of dy we can write 2 into 2x into dx. Okay, now come to the limits. Already we know that x values are running from, that means what is our point? Our point is 0 0 to, so 0 comma 0 to 1 comma 2. That means x limits running from 0 to 1 and y limits are running from 0 to 2. So already we are transforming into the only x. Now we will take the only x limits. Now x limits 0 to 1. Suppose if you can take, suppose in terms of y the total result, you have to rewrite the limits. You have to take the limits from 0 to 2 only. Okay, now we will solve the problem. Now this is now very simple. It is now normal integral. So integral 0 to 1. So after multiplication we will get that it is 6x cube minus, so wholes we'll get the here the x is 2 square, that means 4, it is the 16 x power 4 into x power 5 into dx. So this is the multiplication. Now after integrating, so integration of x square x cube is x power 4 by 4 and integration of x power 5 is x power 6 by 6. Limits from 0 to 1. Upper limit is 1, lower limit 0. That is very simple. So 6 by 4 minus 16 by 4 for upper limit, minus for lower limit 0 minus 0. So 6 by, so it is the 3 by 2 minus 8 by 3. So after taking LCM, so LCM is 2 into 3. Now 9 minus 16. So what is our result? Minus 7 by 6. That means the line integral of the given problem. What is the given problem? So line integral. Okay. So line integral is, that means whole integration from 3xy dx minus y square dy is equal to minus 7 by 6, where is the curve is y is equal to x square and the points from 0 0 to 1 comma 2. So this is our final result. Okay, is it clear? So this is the first problem. So in the first problem they have given the curve is the parabola. Next one we will see the one more problem, same type of problem, but they will give the different parabola. So this is the first question. Okay. Now come to the second question in this line integral. So second question is, just evaluate the line integral, evaluate line integral f dot dr, where f is same, I am taking a vector point function, that is the x square into y square I plus yj, where c is the curve and the curve is, it is given that y square is equal to 4x. The previous one, y is equal to x square, and here the curve is y square is equal to 4x. It is also parabola in the plane, in the xy plane, and the points from 0, 0 to 4, 4. So 0, 0 to 4, 4. So first of all, you have to draw the diagram. So now assume it is the y-axis, it is the x-axis. What is the structure of this y square is equal to 4x? U structure or C structure? Anybody? C structure, very good. So C structure, if x value 0, then y value 0, that is okay. Next one, if x value is 4, y value is 4, and if x value is minus 4, y value, sorry, if x value is, sorry, if x value is 4, y value is plus or minus 4, sorry, missing. So plus or minus 4. That means now we identified 3 points. So 0, assume it is the 4, and assume it is the minus 4, and it is the plus 4, and assume it is the minus 4. So first point is 0, 0, second point is 4, 0, 0, first point is, second point is 4, 4, and the next point is 4, minus 4. So that means what is the our curve? Our curve is, this is our curve. This is the curve. In this curve, they have clearly given the point is, where is the point? The point is from 0, 0 to, so 0, 0 to 4, 4. So this is our curve. So in this direction, it is the 0, 0, and this point is 4, 4. Okay, now come to the line integral. So same version. So directly here I am writing what is our income right hand vector point function, so and so. So now integral f dot dr is equal, so integral c x square y square I plus yj plus 0 into k, it is the vector point function, and dr is equal, what is the dr? dxi plus dyj plus dzk. After multiplying, where we will get the x square y square into dx plus y dy c. But the question is, so here we can convert into the whole function in terms of x, or you can convert it in terms of y. So from this problem, so which one is best, converting into the x or conversion into the y? Which one is the best? I think in the previous problem we are converting in terms of totally x. Which is the best? Which one is the best? So that is your choice. We can convert into either in terms of x or in terms of y. That is your choice. But anyway, here the total problem I am converting in terms of x only. You can convert it y also, there is no problem. Now y square is equal to already 4x. So now into 4x. And next one dx plus now dy. So after differentiating with respect to x, we will get the 2y dy is equal to 4 dx. That means y dy is equal to dx. That means the total we can write 2 into dx. That is okay. Next one, come to the limits. Already the point is given that, so 0 0 to 4 comma 4. We are converting only in terms of x, so x limits are, you can take 0 to 4 and y limits are 0 to 4. Now in this problem, so x limits 0 to 4 only. Now after normal integration, integral 0 to 4, 4x cube into plus 2 into dx. Now after normal integration, what is the normal integration of this one? Now 4x cube, x power 4 by 4 will get the only x power 4 plus 2x limits from 0 to 4. That means 4 power 4 plus 2 into 4 for upper limit. For lower limit it is entirely 0. So what is the expected result? What is the 4 power 4 result? 4 power 4. 256 plus 8. So the final result is 264 is the line integral. Okay. So this is the second problem. So very simple. Now here I am giving homework to you, just to try to solve the problem. So try to solve. So I am giving the homework, the first homework. So a vector field is given by f is equal to sin y I plus x into 1 plus cos y into j. The question is evaluate integral f dot dr, that means line integral, over the circular path. The previous two problems are, path is the parabola, so here the circular path. So circular path C given by x square plus y square is equal to a square and z is equal to 0. So circular path, so it is a circle equation. Assume it is the y-axis and it is the x-axis, and circular path, so this is the circular path, and it is the a left, a minus a plus a minus a, so this is the path. Okay, so try to solve the problem. So see our answer ivala result, no need. So the result is pi a square. This is the result, just to try to solve the problem. Okay, so this is the first homework problem. So in this, according to these two problems, so they have given the path is either parabola or hyperbola or maybe sometimes circle or maybe ellipse, or same they will give the some other. Now we will see one more problem. So here the curve is, this is little bit different from the previous two problems. Now third problem. So evaluate the line integral. Integral C x square plus xy into dx plus x square. ఒక్క నిమిషం అండి. Oh my god, oh my mother. Okay, so x square plus y square into dy. Okay, now this is the our line integral. Now here I am asking a question, what is our vector point function? Previous two problems they have given vector point function separately and the position vector separate, but it is directly given that integration in terms of x, y. Now the question is, what is the corresponding vector point function. Anybody, can you guess what is the f here? My God, చెప్పాలండి. Any here from C1, C2, C3, C4?
X square plus xy, x square plus xy of I,
X square plus
y
x.
square of j.
Very good. So x square plus xyi plus x square plus y square j. It is the our vector point function, but they have given directly line integral. Okay, now the curve is given that curve C is the curve, and the curve is a, so square formed by lines x is equal to plus or minus 1 and y is equal to plus or minus 1. That means it is the a square. Okay, observe in the previous one, the previous first two problems are parabola path, and the homework problem is the circular path. That is okay, they have given the function, but it is given that the curve is squared form. So square form. So for this problem, first of all, draw the diagram. What is the diagram here? So assume this is the our y-axis, this is the assume x-axis, and what are the points? So here it is given that plus or minus 1, plus or minus 1, assume it is the 0 and 1, 2, assume it is the minus 1 and minus 2, assume it is the plus 1 and plus 2, minus 1, minus 2. Okay, now first line, what is the first line? The first line is x is equal to 1 line. So this is the assume x is equal to 1 line, and x is equal to minus 1, this is the x is equal to minus 1 line. So it is x is equal to 1 line, and this one is x is equal to minus 1 line. Next one, y is equal to 1 line. What is the y is equal to 1 line? So y is equal to 1 line. This is the y is equal to 1 line, and the next one is y is equal to minus 1 line. So minus 1 line. Okay, now what is the our curve? So this is our region, this is our curve. In this curve, okay, observe, now here I am giving a name. Okay, assume this is the point A point, and assume this is the point B, and assume it is the point C, and assume it is the point C. Observe this C curve is curve C. This is the total C curve. This C curve is I am dividing to the 4 different curves. So C curve is equal, I am taking C1 curve plus C2 curve plus C3 curve and C4 curve. Okay, assume it is the from A to B, assume the C1 curve, and B to C, assume the C2 curve, and from the C to D, assume the C curve, and assume D to A, assume it is the C4 curve. Okay, assume it, observe in the previous problem, they have given only one curve. Okay, that means no need split, but this C curve we have to split into 4 parts, A to B and B to C, C to D and D to A. So that means now come to the our given problem. So our given problem, we have to evaluate integral f dr into d, so f dot into dr, but this problem we will divide into the 4 problems. So C1 f r dr plus C2 dr plus C3 dr and plus C4 into, so C4 integration f dot dr. Okay, assume I am assuming it is the equation star. Okay, now we have to solve these 4 problems. First, according to the previous 2 problems, that is the only one problem, but this problem we will divide into the 4 problems. Okay, now come to the first of all, along with the C1 curve. So along with the C1 curve, so first one, along with C1 curve, along C1. are along AB path. Both are same meaning. Don't confuse. Now, so now roughly I'm so this is the y-axis. Oh, sorry. This is the y-axis. This is the x-axis, and this is the our rectangle, square. Sorry, and this one is the A to B. So we know that this is the 1 and minus 1. It is the plus 1 minus 1. Now we now we are taking this curve. C1 is the curve. So in this curve, now what is the x value, what is the y value? So x value is fixed here, and y values are, what are the y values? Y values are running from in this direction. So minus 1 to plus 1. That means along the AB curve, now we have to assume x is equal to 1 and y is running from minus 1 to plus 1. Now come to the C1 curve. So C1 curve is f dr, f into dr. Now the integration is C1 x square plus xy into dx plus x square plus y square into dy. Now just substitute x is equal to 1 and y value is running from, that means here the x is the fixed number and but y value is running from the minus 1 to plus 1. So minus 1 to plus 1 means, now what is the dx value here? Dx is 0. What is the dy? So dy is the variable. That means substitute. Now along the AB curve, we will take the limits. Minus 1 to plus 1 and x is equal to 1 and y as it is, so y and dx. So dx value is 0 plus 1 plus y square into dy. Now it is entirely 0, so minus 1 to plus 1, so 1 plus y square into dy. Now this is the now single integration. Luckily 1 plus x square, so 1 plus y square is the even function according to the normal formula. Now we will use the normal basic formulas. Integration of minus a to plus a. Suppose if it is odd function, what is the result? Entirely 0. If it is suppose minus a to plus a even function, the result is 2 times of integral 0 to a, that even function. Okay, now 1 plus x, so 1 plus y square, it is the now even function. Now we will write 2 times of integral 0 to 1 plus y square into dy. After normal integration, 2 times of 1 y plus y cube by 3, limits 0 to 1. That means 2 of 1 plus 1 by 3. That means 2 into 4 by 3. So it is the total 8 by 3 is the our first result. Correct, Nandi? That is along AB curve. Similarly, we have the 3 more curves. So same, we have to evaluate the remaining 3 curves like this. Okay, now come to the next path. I will copy. Now the second path. Now what is the second path? C2. So just I am so C2 path. So C2 path from the B to C. Now come to the diagram. In this diagram, now B to C. So B to C. So assume this is the C and D. So B to C. So this is the path. B to C. This is the B to C path. That is the C2 path. From in the C2 path, what are the x values, what are the y values? Anybody? ఏంటండి? Okay. Tell me the B to C path. So B to C path, x values in this direction. So x values from in this direction. So from 1 to -1. And y value is, what is the y value? So y value here 1 only. So y is equal to 1, and x value is running from not -1 to +1, it is +1 to -1, x values. Now in this dy is entirely 0 and dx is the vary. Now just second path, C2 path. Now C2, integral C to f dot dr, integral C to x square plus xy into dx plus x square plus y square into dy. Now substitute what is the y value. So y value is 1 and x value is varying, so x square plus x into dx, and here x square plus 1 into it is 0, and the limits, what are the limits? X is equal to 1 to -1, x is equal to 1 to -1, that means 1 to -1, it is x square plus x into dx. Now after changing the order of the integration, so in the single integral we will change the order of the integration. Suppose integral a to b f into dx, we will write the minus integral b to a f of x into dx. So here we can change the order of the integration, that means minus whole integration -1 to +1 x square plus x into dx. Now so minus integration of x square is x cube by 3, integration of x is x square by 2, so limits -1 to +1. So minus of upper limit is 1, so 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2, lower limit is -1, so -1 by 3 plus 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 will cancel. So 1 by 2 will cancel. 1 by 2 will cancel. The rest of we will get here 1 by 3 and here plus 1 by 3. Here we will get the -2 by 3 is the our second integration. Okay. So this is our second result. Next one, come to the one more direction. What is the next direction? Next one. So first direction is AB over, next one BC, next one. What is the next?
C2D.
C2D. So C2D, that means in this direction. C2D, that is the C3, and here what are the x values, what are the y values? So C2D, x is equal to -1 and y is running from 1 to -1. So in the C3, so along with the C3 curve, that means along C2D, x value is -1 and y value is, so y value is +1 to -1. In this one our dx must be 0. Now substitute all the values. Our curve is C3 curve, and just substitute the all the values. Now integral, what are the y values? So y values are 1 to -1, x value is -1, that means it is a 1 plus minus y into 0 plus x square minus 1 square plus y square into dy. That means here our function is integral 1 to -1, so 1 plus y square into dy. Now here also we have to change the order of the integration. So minus integration of -1 to +1, 1 plus y square. Anyway this is the even function, you can modify. That means 2 times of integral 0 to 1, 1 plus y square. but already we know the result. So minus 2 into, so y plus y cube by 3, limit 0 to 1. So minus upper limit is 1. So 1 plus 1 by 3, lower limit 0 means entirely 0. Now we'll get the here same minus 2 into 4 by 3. So it is minus 8 by 3 is the our third path. Next one, come to the fourth path. What is that path? Fourth path. Path number 4. Path number 4. C4, and from D to A, C4. Now what are the x values or what are the y values? Fourth path. Fourth path. This is the fourth path, and x values. This is the C4. C4 path. చెప్తారండి x values. X value is running from minus 1 to plus 1. Y value is minus 1. So here y value is minus 1, but x value is minus 1 to plus 1. That means dy is here entirely 0, but dx, so x is the vary. Now substitute. Now the result here, integral x values are running from minus 1 to plus 1. So x square and y value is minus 1 into dx plus x square plus minus 1 whole square into dy, that means dy is 0. So integral minus 1 to plus 1, x square minus x into dx, 0. Now after normal integration, x cube by 3 minus x square by 2, limits minus 1 to plus 1. Now substitute the upper limit. So after substituting upper limit, so 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2 minus, for lower limit, minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2. So here this 1 by 2 1 by 2 will cancel. The rest of 1 by 3 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3, it is the 2 by 3. So now this is our fourth result. Now we'll give the number. Now assume it is the fourth result, and what is the third result? This is the third result. This is the third result, and second result, what is the second result? This is the second result, minus 2 by 3, and first result is 8 by 3. So these four results substitute in the given equation star. What is the equation star? So the equation star is, so equation star, in the equation star just substitute. Okay, now we will substitute from the equation 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now what is the result? What is the first result? See here,
8 by 3, sir.
8 by 3. Second result, minus 2 by 3. Third result,
Minus 8 by 3.
minus 8 by 3. Okay, sorry. So minus 8 by 3, minus 8 by 3. Next, fourth result,
2 by 3.
2 by 3. So luckily this all will cancel. So the final result is 0. So the line integral of this one is the totally 0. Okay. Now come to the observation is, if it is suppose parabola or circle or ellipse, so the curve is no need to split into the parts. But if it is the, suppose the curve is suppose square, you have to divide into the 4 parts. If it is suppose triangle, you have to divide into the 3 parts. If it is sometimes maybe rectangular path, you have to divide into 4 parts. Okay, sometimes maybe pentagon, so you have to divide into 5 parts. Okay, according to the problem you have to divide into the sub problems. Okay, okay Nandi. Now in this I will give the homework problem just to try to practice. Okay, homework ఇవ్వాలండి సిఆర్ ఇస్తాను.
ఇవ్వండి సార్.
So already first problem is given. Now come to the second problem. Now the second problem is here. So evaluate the line integral from the point 0 0 0 to 111, and the previous problems are paths are related to only 2D, and this problem is related to the 3D problem and the along the path 0 0 to 100, then 110, then 111, and where f is 3x square plus 6y into I minus 40yz j plus 20x z square into k. But here I am asking a question. Now what is the path? It is related to 3D. Okay, now here I am drawing the diagram. So assume it is the y-axis, this is the assume x-axis. So this is the x-axis, and assume it is the z-axis. So x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Now just I will draw the diagram. Okay, now assume this point is 000, and this one is the 1 and 1. Okay, I am drawing just a cube. Okay, this is the cube. Now assume this point is so what is the first point? 0 0 0. So 0 0 origin. Next one 1 0 0, that is the x value. So 1 0 0 1 0 0. That means first of all you have to evaluate in this direction. So this is the direction. In this direction you have to evaluate. This is the first one. Block better. So it is the first direction. Next one then. So then what is the next one? 1 1 1 1 0. So 1 1 0 means assume it is the x and this is the y. So 1 1 means now this is the point. So in this direction. This is the now the point is 1 1 0. After that 1 1 1 1. Okay. So in this direction 1 1 1. That means finally here how many paths we have? Assume this is the A, and assume this is the B and C D. So total here we have the total 3 paths, C1, C2 and C3. Okay. Answers ivala here odda ivala here. త్వరగా త్వరగా.
ఇవ్వండి సార్.
ఓకే, సో ఆన్సర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ద C1, C2, C3. C4 లేరు ఇక్కడ, C4 absent. ఓకే, now C1 result is 1 and C2 result is 0 and C3 result is 20/3. So final result is 1 plus 0 plus 20/3 will get the 23/3 will get the result. Okay, so this is the homework problem. ఇంక ఇవాళ అండి హోంవర్క్ సరిపోతాయి మీకు ఈ 2 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్.
ఇవ్వండి సార్.
ఇంకెన్ని ఇవ్వాలి సిఆర్? నా దగ్గర ఎన్ని ఉంటే అన్ని ఇవ్వాలి.
ఇంకొక 2 ఇవ్వండి సార్.
ఇంకోటి. ఓకే, వెరీ గుడ్. ఓకే, I will give the 2 more problems. మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్లో ఇస్తాను, రాసేసుకోండి. ఓకే, now third problem is along the curve. So the line integral, see time ఎంత అవుతుంది?
11:32
ఓ
సార్.
మై గాడ్. ఓకే, సో క్లాస్ ఆపేస్తానండి ఈ 2 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ రాసి. సో మీటింగ్ ఉంది.
ఓకే సార్.
Now the first one is the vector point function f 2xi plus x square j along the x-axis. Along the x-axis means what are the x values, what are the y values. Along the x-axis, x values from 1 to 2 is ఆప్షన్, వీలైతే ఇప్పుడే ఆన్సర్ చెప్పేయండి, 2.33 and option C 3 and option D 5.33. This is the third problem. Seven, 8 minus 5. నెక్స్ట్ నేను రాసిలోపి మీరు సాల్వ్ చేయండి. ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ది లైన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ ఆఫ్ ది వెక్టర్ పాయింట్ ఫంక్షన్ f ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్, నోట్తో చెప్పండి, టైప్ చేయకండి, yz I in the counter clockwise direction. సాల్వ్ చేస్తున్నారా అండి?
3 సార్.
వెరీ గుడ్, 3, వెరీ గుడ్. Circular x square plus y square is equal to 1 at z is equal to 1. Option A 2 pi, option B minus pi and option C pi and option D 2 pi. ఏమొచ్చింది సిఆర్ ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్కి? ఆప్షన్ సిఆర్, వెరీ గుడ్. ఓకే, వెరీ గుడ్, కరెక్టేనండి. Three, 4. ఓకే, చెప్తున్నారా ఏమైనా? చెప్పట్లేదు. 11. Answer. Okay. Okay, so try to practice. Answer వచ్చిందా సియా?
minus pi సార్ ఆన్సర్.
అన్ని కాన్ఫిడెంట్గా ఉందా? మైనస్ పై అనకుండా డైరెక్ట్ కాన్ఫిడెంట్గా ఆన్సర్ చెప్పేసి అది రైట్ ఆ రాంగ్ దారి చెప్పు.
minus pi సార్.
షూర్ పక్కా?
yes sir.
వెరీ గుడ్. సో మైనస్ పై ఈజ్ ద రిజల్ట్. ఇంకా ఇవాళ హోంవర్క్ వద్దా? సరిపోతాయి. సిఆర్ త్వరగా చాలు.
ఇవ్వండి.
One more problem. So this is the last problem. So evaluate the line integral. So integral f dot dr, where f is the curve 2x minus y I minus yz into j minus y square zk over upper of plane upper of surface of sphere x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 1 bounded by its projection on the xy plane. Option A pi, option B 2 and option C 4 and option D 2 pi. Okay, so దీన్ని కూడా ట్రై చేయండి. సో ఎనీవే, సో దిస్ ఎన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ డిస్కస్ చేసామండి ఈరోజు? 1 2 3 3 plus 4, total 7 problems. So these 7 problems we will solve again by using the Green's theorem and Stokes theorem. Okay, now anyway we will stop now. So thank you to all.
Thank you sir.
Okay, answer వచ్చిందా సియా? ఆన్సర్ చేయలేదు. ఓకే, ట్రై చేయండి. ఆన్సర్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఓకే, సో విల్ స్టాప్ నౌ. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ టు ఆల్. అటెండెన్స్ ఇచ్చారండి అందరూ? సార్ చెప్పండి.
యూట్యూబ్లో కొంతమంది లైవ్ పెట్టున్నారు సార్, వాళ్ళకి మెయిల్స్ రావట్లేదు అని.